Like, I feel like this is the vibe. So I feel like there's hope. There's hope.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexis Sunshine 83 here. I'm starting this thrift with me at home because it's a very exciting thrift swap with Kendall, and I want to go through her Pinterest, her wish list items before thrifting so we know what we're looking for. This video will be broken up into two different parts. The first part is me thrifting for Kendall, and then the second part is me unboxing whatever she ends up thrifting for me, which obviously after you watch this video, make sure to check out Kendall's video to see her journey of creating my mystery box. We also didn't give each other an item limit, just a budget between $300 and $400. If you don't follow Kendall, she mainly posts on TikTok, but in the past year, she's been uploading more on YouTube, fashion and lifestyle content. Kendall is based in New York City and describes her style as having two facets: witchy, vampiric, alt, baddie, and lacy, whimsical, delicate girl. She says, I love medieval influences with dark elements. She actually makes thrifted style bundles on her channel, and I was gonna buy one just because she finds cool stuff and has a great eye for style, obviously, but she ended up asking if I would want to do a collab video where we thrift each other mystery boxes, which obviously I said yes. I was really excited to thrift for her specifically because she has such a more like darker vibe. There are some similarities with her style, but a lot of differences, and I kind of wanted to get myself out of my comfort zone to look in parts of the thrift store that I wouldn't normally look in and look in colors and silhouettes that I wouldn't normally would. So I was really excited to take on the task of thrifting for Kendall. Her style inspo Pinterest board has a lot of black, there's some pops of red and brown and patterned like plaid and stripes and even lacy white pieces, but overall it is exactly how she described her style. There's romantic silhouettes, micro shorts, leather fitted jackets, and lots of button detailing. She also sent me this Pinterest board, Vibes, if I needed any more inspiration, and it definitely is giving the vibes. Angelina Jolie in the 90s, Gabrielle, medieval imagery. We sent each other also 5 wishlist items, which were just a cool thing to receive, not necessarily required, but here are hers. A purse slash satchel. I really own like 2 purses that I use, so I'd love to expand my bag collection. I love the look of a big slouchy one or a black leather with unique hardware. Next, a fitted jacket. I'm an absolute jacket fiend. A lot of my jackets are an oversized blazer style and don't hug me. I'd love a more sleek jacket that highlights my figure. Next is pants. She emphasized that her bottom collection is weak, so that was definitely something that was top on my list, is to hopefully find her some amazing pants. And then accessories. She loves silver and she's just looking for more bangles and like chunkier silver hardware jewelry. On her things I do not wish, she said, honestly, I don't have any, really. I'm open to anything you find for me, which is very different than mine. I think I had 5 things I sent her that were like my dislikes. So it was very helpful and nice that she didn't have any dislikes and was just really open to whatever I felt she would end up liking. She also put in any fit preferences like rise measurements for pants and just measurements in general and like her height, and obviously to verify that everything was going to fit her, which I think that is everything I wanted to cover. So let's head back in time to October when I started thrifting for Kendall.
It is the first thrifting for Kendall. I am at the Rose Bowl flea market. When Kendall and I decided that we were going to do a thrift swap, I knew I needed to go to the Rose Bowl for her, especially because she has New York City thrift stores and consignment shops. They have some of the best inventory, and so I was like, I need to step up my game. I am going to be going to like multiple thrift stores, I'm sure, after this, so this is just the first day. There are going to be multiple days. I just thought it was a good start, especially with more of her like medieval, like dark medieval style. I would love to find kind of like a wide, basically this type of style and kind of the inspo that she had sent me. Also a leather jacket. I think a fitted jacket, this would be the best place to find it, especially for like good quality and vintage, and I'm just so excited to see what I hopefully end up finding for her. It'll be kind of my base of what I will want to then continue to thrift for her, if that makes any sense. It's early. We woke up early. I'm here with Carrie, so I am kind of not making any sense, but yeah. Rose Bowl. Woohoo! One thing Kendall had put on her wish list is accessories, specifically silver and bangles. I usually don't come across silver jewelry at my thrift stores, like that's something on my own thrift wish list. So I'm hoping at the Rose Bowl today we'll find some cool like vintage accessories and jewelry. Shout out to the wagon! It really does make a difference.
It
like
does.
Having to hold everything, gosh, hassle. You end up not getting stuff because of how heavy it is. But now we can grab as much as we want. Carrie is specifically looking for home decor, so we're going through the home decor and then we're gonna cross over to over the bridge, which is where most of the clothing, like vintage Y2K 90s stuff, but they do have clothing here as well. So I may like this leather brown jacket. I do think it's a little bit too loose for what Kendall's looking for. I found some more jewelry. This is definitely more like costume jewelry and like statement necklaces, but you never know. I really like this purple. That's nice. I don't really see any bracelets though. Carrie and I decided to split up because she wants to see more of the home decor and I really want to get to the other side before like general entry starts, because we got here before, obviously it's 9 a.m. I think we got here at like 7. I am curious if it's not going to be as busy as it usually is, at least in the morning. Like, I mean, when you first get here in early entry, it is kind of sparse usually, but I feel like it's even more sparse than usual because the Chapel Roan concert was last night. And so part of me is like, okay, I feel like all those people would also be going to the Rose Bowl and I don't think they'll come until later because they're obviously gonna sleep in from having so much fun at the concert. And I definitely would have as well if I hadn't been waitlisted and would have been able to buy a ticket back in August. They opened the wait list literally 2 days before the concert, and so John wasn't able to ask for it off, so I wasn't able to go, which I am so gutted. One day I will see Chapel Roan, but on the positive side, it means the Rose Bowl isn't as busy right in the morning, so that's something. Okay, I am making my way across the bridge. It'll be so interesting to also see like the difference in our videos of the environment, obviously being in LA. I am filming this like October 12th. Yeah, October 12th. It's like gonna be 80 degrees today. The sun is shining, and obviously where I'm thrifting is different than the places that Kendall will be thrifting at. Like over there, it's a lot more like smaller thrift stores and consignment shops, whereas this, obviously, I'm doing a flea market, and then we'll be doing other thrift stores and potentially consignment shops, and just comparing LA to New York, which is gonna be so cool to see. I feel like this could be right up her alley, at least with the like that is, honestly, that's perfect. It is one piece. I was hoping they were gonna be 2 different bracelets, and they were quite hard to put on. So I think I'm gonna leave these. Okay, this is definitely more of Kendall's vibe. I do think some sellers are still kind of setting up, so not everything is out yet. I feel like this would be really cute, but I do think she already owns something pretty similar. That's the other thing, is like not hopefully thrifting something that each other already has. If that happens, I mean, it's totally fine. Like, how can you know what is in each other's full wardrobe, you know? And if I own it, it means I like it. This is so cute. I don't know. I'll have to look back at her Pinterest to see about that one. This is the style of top I was looking for her, although the chiffon sleeves kind of feel a little bit too flared. Like, it's a little bit too on the nose of kind of the medieval vibe. And it is an extra large, but very cute. I found 2 pairs of black jeans that are kind of like low-rise flare that I want to measure because I feel like they are so perfect for what she was looking for. The first ones are a pair of mud jeans, and they're a 9-inch rise. Okay, I think those actually would fit the waist perfect. Now let's do the inseam. She is 5'5", so I shouldn't have any issues with inseam, luckily, compared to what I usually need. Yeah, it's like a 30.5 inseam, which the one that she put was 29 inches. I think these are gonna be perfect. I have another pair, but they're size 1. I'll still measure them just to see, but I'm so excited that I found pants. They're just black pants, and they're kind of more like suit-ish pants, but not suit-ish pants. Like, they aren't suit pants, but they give that vibe, kind of, slightly. Let's see. These, the waist actually would be bigger, but I feel like these are more low-rise, so maybe that's why. Yeah, that's like a 6.5, but they have a really cool seam. That's why I really like them. They seem stretchy. They do have spandex. They're originally from Space Girly. They're really cute. Do some deciding, but at least I am gonna get a pair of pants. Yay! I'm still looking at the tops and dresses. They have a lot of really beautiful velvet pieces, so I may get more, but I know I am at least gonna get a pair of pants. I did end up trying on both of the jeans because I was like, honestly, if they both worked, I would probably include them because they were different enough where I felt like she would be happy to receive both of them, since that was a big thing that she mentioned, that she needs more bottoms, and we're a similar size, and it did not fit me at all. It said it was a size 1, but I thought with the measurements, because it was a little bit stretchy, that it would fit, but like, no, it like did not make it past my thighs, whereas the other ones fit me like pretty good, and then based on her measurements, so success! I'm now going into this stand because it feels like the vibes are what we're looking for. Oh yeah, I love the seller. I think they were at ThriftCon even, and I always go to them. Yeah, so bunny cute. Okay, I feel like we're gonna find some good stuff. Also bags, she's looking for bags. I just don't remember what like pattern or color. Definitely black. I think she said a lot of hardware. This feels a little bit too big, but I think we're now in another good stand to find some stuff. Harry and I are gonna brave the bins because Kendall does have a leather jacket, or like just jackets that are a little bit more fitted, on her wish list, and one of my favorite leather jackets is from the palettes, and it is also a really good price as well, and they have some really cool pieces, so I feel like I'm in the mood to dig. She's wanting almost more, it's like a biker jacket, but not like a biker motorcycle jacket, if that makes, obviously I'm gonna show example photos. That's what I'm hoping to find. This is gonna take a lot of effort to go through. I think they also have some other leather jackets over there. This is so pretty, a little bit more kind of oversized than what I'm looking for. Ooh, this is like a long trench. This is a 4XL. Very cute. This is like a red jacket. Cute, but still more of that like oversized look. This is actually the style of jacket I'm looking for, just not in white and not damaged. Like, I feel like this is the vibe. So I feel like there's hope. There's hope. didn't end up finding a leather jacket for Kendall in there, which made me so sad because there are so many amazing ones, but nothing that was just perfect enough to what she's wanting. But I ended up going to another stand while Carrie was still going through the crew necks, and I found this gorgeous lacy lawn sleeve, almost bell sleeve dress. It also could potentially be worn on top of jeans. I don't think Kendall would do that though, but she could. It would be cute, but it's completely see-through, so she could wear like a little black slip dress. I think she has one. I think that may be on my wish list to thrift for her, just in case she doesn't have one, because I don't want to assume that she has one, because it does need something under it. So that's next on my list, but regardless, it's so cute. So altogether, I found 3 things. I'm still hoping to find more things. It's only $9.50, so we got plenty of time, but I'm doing well. I'm so happy. I was so scared that I was gonna come today and find absolutely nothing, because coming to the Rose Bowl, either you find a bunch of stuff or you find nothing. And today I feel like I'm doing well. I am finding a lot, and I am finding more stuff that I'm like, okay, this would be cute for her. But I did want to focus again on the like major things that I kept seeing on her Pinterest or that's on her wish list. It's the next day, and I was feeling it in my bones that I needed to go to the thrift store for specifically that jacket style Kendall's wanting. I've gotten some really great gems here before, so I had my fingers crossed, and I first went through the tops, and nothing was really hitting the grunge alt baddie vibes. I did see this leather fringe vest, which was so cool, but a little more boho and wasn't her size anyway. They had so many cute jackets ranging in price. Some were $3, others were $70, so it's definitely a mix. But I did in fact find the jacket. Like, you can't tell me this is not super similar to the jackets that Kendall had pinned on her Pinterest. I'm gonna try it on in a second, but I kept going just to see if I could find maybe a leather jacket version that was maybe a little more form-fitting, because this one seemed a little bit looser, which she did say in her measurement portion that she doesn't mind a loose jacket, but she also wants to find a more form-fitting jacket as well. I did then go into the lingerie and pajama section to see if I could find a black slip for that lace dress, but nothing was the right length. There were some cute black bags, but none that were that oversized slouchy look she was wanting. So I headed into the skirts to see if I could find something similar in look to the micro shorts on her Pinterest, or outfits I just had seen on her Pinterest with skirts, but everything was just kind of blah. But the pants right next to that, I ended up finding these pinstripe pants. I actually found 2 different pinstripe pants. One of them were gray and then the other one was black, because she had a lot of pinstripe on her Pinterest. But alas, neither of the pinstripe pants I found were the right size. So I put that back, and then I went over to the mirror to try on the jacket. And I mean, come on, it's literally $4.99 as well. I outdid myself, honestly. I'm sorry, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I gotta give claps to myself for finding this, which again, for some reason, I just knew I was gonna find this jacket at this thrift store today. So that's all I ended up getting that day at that thrift store, which I think was a total success. Hello, it is now about 6 days since the last time I went thrifting for Kendall, and today we're actually going to the Long Beach Antique Market, which is basically like the Rose Bowl, a little bit smaller, but it's based obviously in Long Beach. And today is going to be a big day, because not only am I doing this, but I'm also going to be going to another market in Fullerton that starts at 11. So it's 8 a.m. right now. I'm kind of hoping to be here for like 2.5 hours, depending on, you know, what I find and the stuff, the stands, and then the other market in Fullerton starts at 11, which is the sole real market. I've been to 2 of their other markets and they're always so good. They're definitely like smaller than the Long Beach flea market, so it'll be a little bit easier to kind of go through everything, but the sellers that they always have are just like amazing, and I just figured why not if I'm already in Orange County, and if I have enough time in between those 2, like if I finish here early, I may go then to the Savers in Lakewood because it's pretty close to where I'm at right now, and I'm just trying to capitalize on the time that I have. I am mainly looking for a black slip dress. I really want to find that after the Rose Bowl flea market dress that I talked about. And then tops. I need more tops and more like gothic, like lace tie tops. Again, you've already seen all the inspo. So yeah, let's see what they end up having. It is already looking so great. Oh. Some issues finding more like 90s Y2K. It's just a lot of like t-shirt bros and more like suede jackets and kind of more like cowboy-ish, like lots of cowboy boots. So I don't actually know how today is gonna go. Oh, I found some leather jackets. I already have that one jacket, so if I do find a leather jacket, it needs to be like the leather jacket. See, this stand usually has a lot of really pretty slips, so that's mainly why I'm here, and I'm looking at a black slip right now. But this jacket is cute. It's kind of hard with lighting to show, so apologize for that. That's a little bit more like a bomber. Have some denim jackets and sweaters. I think they have more slips in the back, but if this one was shorter and Kendall size, like that's more what I'm looking for. Some sweater vests. I usually find more like 80s at this stand. Oh, that's a nice brown leather jacket. Thought that they usually have slips here, but I guess that black one was the only one. Oh, I think maybe it's this stand that I'm thinking of. This one has slip skirts and they have slips, yes. Okay, yeah, I think I just get confused between the stand and the last stand. So I'm wanting something that's short, like a mini dress slip, whereas all of these are pretty long. Yeah. Oh no. Darn. They do have some pretty cool jackets. This one's kind of the style, maybe if the collar was up though. This one's so cool. This jacket is so pretty. Originally from Abercrombie. Are you kidding me? I wonder when this was originally made. That's very fun. Long denim jacket. They have some like white pieces and some lacy pieces that I want to see if they maybe have like a white little dress like what's on her Pinterest.
They do have a pallet stand where everything is pretty cheap, and they had a dedicated lingerie slip one, so I started rummaging through that, and there was some cute stuff, but again, not the right length or the fit that I'm needing to be worn under that lacy dress. I kept going through some other stands. This one had such a gorgeous brown suede jacket, but again, too boho. I was thinking this leather jacket was going to be perfect, but I don't know, I wasn't loving it in the moment, and it just kind of felt
too loose, so I left that. The biggest score of the day though was this jewelry stand where the seller had a whole bin of bracelets, and I was just going wild trying different combos, and I think I found a really cool stack combo. I spent another 20 minutes going through different stands, and I kept finding things that could work but were either damaged or I just felt like it wasn't perfect, so I didn't buy anything else.
After 2 hours, I am done, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really find what I was wanting. However, those bangles, I ended up finding just like a really cute set, and I feel with the bracelets that I got at the Rose Bowl flea market, like it's so good. I'm actually really happy, and I will say thrifting jewelry is quite difficult, especially bracelets, so I think it was a success. Since it's now 9:58, I have enough time to check out the Lakewood Savers, and then from there I'll go to Fullerton because that's like 30 minutes away and it doesn't start till 11, so I got some time. Full day of secondhand shopping.
This was such a quick Savers trip because I was on a mission. I went through the Halloween section first because sometimes they do put velvet and lace pieces in there. Alas, I didn't end up finding anything in there, but highly recommend to always check the Halloween section. I then wanted to make my way over to the jackets, which first I found this really cool button detailed one, but since I already thrifted that other button detailed jacket from Anaheim Thrift, and I think that one is a lot better and more what she was looking for, I ended up leaving that one. I was really trying to find more of a biker vibe one in leather, which most of the jackets were faux leather except for this super cool Wilson's red leather bomber. It just had a really fun 80s look. Not what I was looking for, but very cool. I did realize my box was probably going to lean more Southern California fall winter since that's what people are donating, so I really wanted to find a sweater or cardigan, and this one felt like it'd be perfect for Kendall from her Pinterest. She had a lot of mock neck or turtleneck and like chunky sweaters, and I felt like this one kind of fit that perfectly. It also wasn't itchy, and I loved this muted kind of mauve color. Now onto the market, which was very much more of the style I was looking for. Lots of Y2K silhouettes. This suede jacket would have been perfect if it was a brown or black versus this like cream off-white color. I was really contemplating these lace-up pants because come on, they're so cool, but they would have been a little too loose in the waist, so I left those. It was quite difficult to film the clothes, so I'm sorry for my chaotic filming. It was also like 90 degrees, so I was drenched in sweat, but I ended up buying these velvet pants, these pinstripe shorts that I realized after trying them on that they were probably gonna be too small. I didn't try them on when I was there because Kendall and I have slightly similar measurements, but I was wearing jeans, so I thought because it had some stretch it would be fine, but I got home and they are too small on me, which I let Kendall know when I sent it to her. I then got this insane ribbon detailing corset. She had a couple braided detailed pieces on her Pinterest, so this was just too perfect not to get. A couple days later, I was at a crossroads and ended up finding a bunch of stuff that was perfect for Kendall. So here's some video of me in the dressing room. I wasn't planning on going, but I was like, oh, let me do a quick stop, and then ended up finding a bunch of stuff. But first is this skirt looks super similar to a skirt on her Pinterest, and the measurements were perfectly her size, so I got that. I found a couple of tops, this velvet one that I ended up leaving because I ended up not loving the fit, this very cool pattern lace trim tank, which I almost got, but I ended up finding this one that ended up fitting better, so I bought this. And with the skirt, like that is such a look. These jeans, if they had the silver rope instead of gold, I think they would have been so cool for Kendall, but she's definitely not a gold metal person, so I ended up leaving those. I was really close to buying this Betsy Johnson slip, but I wasn't sure, so I ended up leaving it, and literally that day Kendall posted on her stories that she just thrifted a Betsy Johnson slip, and it was the exact one I had tried on in this footage. So now I know that she has a slip. As I was leaving, I walked past the purses, and this bag was just put out, and it is exactly what Kendall was talking about, like the slouchiness, the hardware. Like, again, I'm sorry, I have to give myself claps for this find too. Today is the last day of thrifting for Kendall. I'm literally shipping out her box tomorrow, and I'm feeling really good about everything I have. I'm pretty on par with budget, but I really want to find that leather moto jacket, and so I'm possibly going to go to multiple thrift stores today. I'm really not sure. It's just going to depend on what the thrift store is giving to us today. I'm also open to any other tops or bottoms that I feel really is aligned with Kendall's style. And yeah, we will see what we find today. I'm so sorry about this angle. It's the best I can do right now. As you saw, the leather jackets and jackets in general, just nothing. There was so much faux leather, polyester leather, and like, especially that first one, I really thought that first one was gonna be perfect because of the style, but nope, felt terrible. I'm just going through the sweater vest and then the skirts, I think. It's not really a sweater vest on her Pinterest board or anything, but I just wanted to take a look to see if there's anything, I don't know, that would be cool for layering, which I don't think there is. I like this actually. I don't think anything like this is on her Pinterest. Originally from American Eagle. I don't know, it kind of looks vintage, and it may not be. Cute little mini skirt. Yeah, there's nothing even in texture. I like this. Love this color. It's suede. It is real suede, but it's like a pencil skirt, a knee-length pencil skirt, which isn't really the silhouette I'm looking for. Oh, what are you? This is originally from Old Navy. Are you kidding me? That's so pretty. I don't think she has anything like this on her Pinterest, and it has some stains, but so gorgeous. I don't think I'm actually gonna get anything. I saw this top and I loved the detail on it. It felt very Kendall, but it's in a medium, and I just feel with this type of top, it needs to be a little bit more form-fitting. I'm contemplating though this black turtleneck. It's originally from Merona. I know it seems so basic, just a black turtleneck, but she did have a black turtleneck on her Pinterest, and she did mention that her size has kind of changed, so she's looking to basically revamp her closet. So yes, a black turtleneck is pretty basic. Potentially her one black turtleneck doesn't fit anymore, so I was like, oh, like that would be cool to get her a new one. However, it is a small, and I think just with the arms, a medium would work better. She mentioned that with like specifically the upper arm, and I know for myself I much prefer a medium too, especially with a turtleneck. A knit turtleneck that is going to fit quite fitted, having a little bit of room is very nice. So I feel like I may be good to let this go. This I thought could be really cool, but I'm pretty sure it's originally from Shein. But she had a sweater dress on her Pinterest, and I thought this could be perfect, but alas, it's fine. There are definitely some little tears, so I feel good to leave this. I then did find this jacket, and I just really loved the buttons. The look of it just seemed kind of up Kendall's alley. However, it is missing a button. I'm gonna head to 2nd Street now. There's one close by and it opens in like 20 minutes. So I need to get there fast. Hopefully I can find parking because it is a Sunday. I'm filming this. Yeah, trying to do a lot, but I believe they have a lot of grungy gothic styles. I don't know if it's just the people that sell there. So I actually have pretty high hopes for that. Let's head there. 2nd Street was such a good ending because I walked in and look at this leather jacket, the fit and the look I was hoping to find. And after trying it on, I was like, yep, you're coming home with me. I found some cute tops, but they weren't very goth or whimsical. Although I was tempted to add this Hollywood tank just because like, oh my gosh, you got mystery box from LA and there's a Hollywood tank, but don't worry. I did it because it's not her style at all. If this had been a different fit, I totally would have gotten it because she had pinned this runway look and the vibes are really, really similar. But yeah, I'm really gutted that the fit on this one was so off because it would have been perfect. I tried on this skirt and I loved how it wasn't a full pleated skirt, but it has a slight detail of pleats and with the buttons, like too perfect not to get. So that was it for me thrifting for Kendall. I got the skirt and the jacket that day at 2nd Street. I ended up spending all together $384, not including shipping. I did decide to include these brown stripe pants I have because she had this pin, and again, she really wanted more pants and they're a little bit too cropped on me, so I just decided to include them in her mystery box. And yeah, I packed everything up and then sent it to New York.
It is now a couple weeks later and I am so incredibly pumped to unbox Kendall's thrifted mystery box for me. It's really heavy too. I think it's like over 10 pounds. And I think what I'm hoping for this thrifted mystery box is just, I guess, more like fall winter pieces, maybe more fall, especially with when she had started thrifting this for me. And obviously what I'd sent on my wish list for her and just my Pinterest in general. Like if she didn't thrift any of my wish list items, I would be totally fine if they were in line with the Pinterest board. Like I have an array also of like different colors, patterns, and styles on my Pinterest board. It's still very 90s and early 2000s, but it definitely has a range because it's just all from 2025, like from January 2025 and now. So I think there's like 2,000 things pinned. So there's a lot for her to get inspo from, and whatever then the New York City thrift stores had. Let's just go. Let's just go and open this up. Okay, here is the first look. You get to see it. How's it looking? And I'm just going to take stuff out individually and try to keep it a mystery as much as possible. Oh my God. This is so good already. This is exactly what I was hoping for. It is from MKM Designs. It has a paper tag. This is my color. This is my color. I have been wanting more things in this color and I have not been able to in my thrift stores. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Next up, oh my God. This is so gorgeous. It's originally from Fane. It is this velvet. Oh, the brown and the blue. And it's this very like romantic. Ah! Ah! Okay, these two, like if I would have just gotten these two, I would have been like, yeah, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Okay, next up, we'll do this one. Oh, this is nice. It is a brown solid paper tag maxi skirt. I don't own any like brown, just plain. Actually, I think all of my skirts, except for my 2 velvet ones, are not plain. They're all pattern, and I've been really wanting a black or brown one. So this is perfect because my brown velvet one, like it's velvet and sometimes it doesn't go with the outfit to wear a velvet bottom. This is so perfect, and also it looks like it's long enough, like it's an actual maxi. I did put like obviously the measurements of what I'm wanting, and like especially with my height and the inseam and all that jazz. So I feel like she definitely has gotten that down. Oh yeah. This one is originally from Ann Taylor Loft. It is this gray floral maxi skirt. Again, exactly on my Pinterest. Exactly on my Pinterest. Claps, claps, claps for Kendall, because this is so good. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Okay, yep, this is so perfect. I had a lot of patchwork style tops on my Pinterest, and again, I was like, I've never find that. There's no way that she's gonna find it. And she literally did. So it has this cute, almost Western graphic that says wanted, and then it has knit sleeves, which is just such a cool detail. Ooh, okay. We have, I think, a satin, a silk, 100% silk by Limited, London, Paris, New York, or it's the Limited. And it's this black and floral matte. It's probably like maybe maxi midi with these flowers. I love how simple it actually is with the floral graphic. I feel another velvet top. Yeah. This is originally from Pretty Girl, New York, and it's this gorgeous maroon red velvet, or even burgundy. It kind of has a purple hue. Love it. Actually, even this together, if I wanted to do kind of like a monochromatic little look. Yeah. Next up, yeah. Oh, this is so nice. It is this lacy cardigan. I actually had a black one that was originally from Forever 21. I thrifted it, I think, in the summer, and it was getting so tangled. Like, it has been it probably wasn't supposed to be washed in the washing machine, and the previous owner definitely did multiple times, to where it was just like ripping really bad and like itching, and it was just not in a good shape. So I've been wanting one that wasn't going to be itchy and uncomfortable, and also not as distressed and kind of damaged, and this one is so perfect. Another velvet piece. I'm so excited that she was able to find so much velvet. I sometimes come across it, but it's still quite a rare texture, and obviously the style that I'm wanting in a piece. Purple, yes, this purple lacy tank, stark purple. And next, these are so unique and cool. When we did our phone call before we started thrifting for each other, we were talking about like, oh, do you want more basic pieces or like closet staple pieces? And I had said I mainly want pattern pieces, and she took that, and yeah, she understood the assignment. She understood the assignment. This is such a cool like ombre effect, and this beautiful sequins. We have another velvet piece. This is from volume 1. It has a paper tag. I don't know if you'll be able to see here, but it has a seam right here, which I just love. Again, that was so much on my Pinterest, that silhouette of having that, and then it kind of goes out, but not too much. Not like a peplum, not like a baby doll top or anything like that, but it just creates a little bit more shape, and I love that. I can't believe we still have more. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. It's from Custo Barcelona, which is really having a moment in the vintage space. I'm seeing so many people want their stuff. They have just such cool patterns and just different blends of patterns. Perfect example is this one. Like, there's stripes, and then there's this front pattern, and then there's floral, and then there's striped block checkered in the back. Like, it is so incredibly unique. I think, oh, that's fun. Oh, this feels almost kind of medieval in a way with the silhouette. It has actually really great condition. It's from Forever 21. It isn't vintage Forever 21, but I'm pretty sure this was made in the 2010s. But the little beads are in really great condition. This silhouette is gonna be so nice on. Oh, I'm so happy. We have a New York & Company skirt, another really nice solid skirt. This one has almost that like stretchy 90s material. If you know, you know. And it has a slit. I don't have any green skirts actually, so I'm very excited to have this. I am feeling, oh, what are you? I was not expecting, yeah, I was not expecting this. Oh my gosh. This is originally from Free People, and it is this brown corduroy fuzzy trim coat. I had a bunch of these types of coats pinned on my Pinterest, and what I love is the inside doesn't have the fur. It's just on the collar, because I live in Southern California. It does get chilly, it does, but not, you know, New York City type of chilly. And so with a jacket sometimes being fully lined, like there's only so many times in the year that I can actually wear it, whereas this just being on the collar is gonna be so much more wearable. Oh, and it's detachable. It's detachable. I'm not even gonna say it again. I can take off the collar as well, which is very cool. And it has a nice big collar. We are getting to the bottom. Oh yeah, wrapper, paper tag, this plaid skirt. So perfect with my Pinterest board. Actually, even like this together with some black tights, my knee-high lace-up Doc Martens, or like my chunkier lace-up boots, that would be so cute. And we have another velvet piece, originally from Le Petit. It is this lacy, oh, I really like that. I love the front silhouette. I don't think you'll be able to see on camera, but when I try it on, I think you'll be able to see. It basically, like the lace, it's kind of almost like crossbody in a way, but it's built in, like it's stitched together, because I see so many tops like this with that silhouette example, but it's not stitched down, and so it ends up flapping around and just looks very not great because it's not staying in place. So the fact that that is like gonna stay how it is, long sleeve, black velvet. I have thoroughly enjoyed this thrifted mystery box, and I think there's two more pieces. Yeah. First is this one from Wine Street. I don't know. Oh yeah, that is so fun. And it has this lacy, almost lettuce hem, but not too lettuce hemmy. You know, like too cutesy, girly lettuce hem. It's more of a subtle lettuce hem, which I really like, and it's a mesh trim. And the last piece that Kendall included was this mesh one. Oh, this is so cool. I think it's almost like a boat neck, which is my favorite silhouette neckline. I don't know the original brand, but I really love the pattern with it, and the brown and the black. The sleeves are everything. Okay. Claps, 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 claps to Kendall. Let's now try this on.
Do I even need to say anything? This is so gorgeous. This skirt, I think, is my favorite thing that Kendall had thrifted for me. It fits me super well. It's the perfect length, and it's exactly what I've been looking for. Like the color and just everything about it is so good, and it's gonna go with so much in my wardrobe. Paired with the velvet top, I mean, ooh, ooh. Ooh, I didn't realize when I unboxed this lacy cardigan that it actually has buttons, so I think pairing it like half buttoned with some flared jeans and platform boots is going to be a way of styling I definitely want to try, but just for this try on, I just paired it with a black cami and the skirt. And I also like that it's in this wine deep red color because I want to add that color more to my outfits. And this is just such a perfect piece to throw on with any outfit. It's such an easy layering piece that I think really makes a difference. Next up, I have the brown maxi skirt and then this beautiful patterned top from Kendall's mystery box. And this top is everything. Like, it is the most unique and cool design top. I don't own anything like it, and I'm just really excited to now have it in my collection. The skirt I really like, however the fit is just a little bit off. I realized when I set my measurements I didn't include like my thigh measurements, or I guess it would be like hip or butt. I don't know, I think I mainly focused on my waist and like a low rise waist measurement and then also an inseam and a rise, and I wasn't thinking too much about my thighs, and I think they have grown a little bit because it is a little bit tighter on the thighs to where I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be high rise. With it being high rise, then it's a little bit loose on my waist, but it's quite fitting on my thighs. And so when I try to like pull it down, so that's the only thing that I'm really gutted about, and it's definitely me for not sending that measurement and not even thinking about it, but I think it still looks really cute with this top. The Custo Barcelona top is such a fantastic piece. It's so interesting, and now having it on, just the way that it's fitting is so chef's kiss. Like the chest area especially, I love this scoop neck. Like the way that it actually fits my chest is really, really great. And sometimes with my chest, it's a little bit on the smaller side, you know, itty bitty titty committee members rise up. And so I find that sometimes there's gapping and just all of that we have to deal with. But this one just hugs my chest super well. And also having this amount of space in the chest with the scoop neck, perfect for a statement necklace. Like any of my really chunky, even silver shell necklace, or even a bunch of necklaces, like I can have a lot of fun with the amount of space that I have right here. I'm really trying not to repeat myself from when I unboxed these pieces, but I'm sorry. Again, this is exactly what is on my Pinterest. The colors, the velvet, the pattern, everything is so divine, and I have nothing more to say. Perfection. Another fantastic top. I didn't realize when I initially unboxed this that there is so much like asymmetrical mesh see-through sheer going on. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because of the skirt, but this part is then all sheer, and then you have the pattern that actually isn't sheer at all. Like I wouldn't need to wear anything under it. I'm not wearing anything under it. And the cool part with that is because then I don't have to wear anything under it, I can really let the cutouts of the see-through mesh really have its moment. And with some low-rise, mid-rise jeans, even my brown velvet skirt, if I wanted to wear that a little bit lower, where then there's just like a sliver of stomach on the side. It's so intricate and cool. Also that neckline, yeah, love that neckline. I am gutted about this dress because it is so beautiful, but similar to the brown skirt, it's specifically in my thighs where it's a little bit too tight. And if I'm standing, it's totally fine. But when I try to sit down, like I would rip this dress. Like even doing, I can just feel it pulling in like my butt. I can't sit down in it. Like it pulls, and it doesn't have any stretch to it. It's a very like rigid 90s vintage polyester material, which is gorgeous. But on me, I'm so sad about this. And then because it's pulling more excess material in the back and my thighs, it then has like an excess of material in my midsection. Again, something that is super normal if you're buying a thrifted mystery box, a thrift swap. You don't know how something's going to fit on someone because of proportions, even with measurements, because material, and you won't know until you try it on, and that's super normal. I've sent things to people that ended up not fitting. Even the shorts that I sent to Kendall ended up not fitting. So it's super, super normal. It's just so sad when it happens because this is such a find, but yeah, I wouldn't be able to have any mobility with this dress. I would have to just stand like this. This outfit, we have the plaid skirt and then the velvet top. The plaid skirt fits me super well. It's mini without being ultra mini where I feel like my butt is gonna fall out, so that is great. The top, I'm also so gutted about. I think it must be like junior sizing because where the seam hits on me is above my boobs, whereas a top like this, that seam is supposed to hit under your boobs, and it just makes sense with the proportions of how it's fitting me that it's definitely for a junior body size. Again, there's no way to have known that until I tried it on and where it's hitting me in my chest and my proportions, which makes me so sad because it is so cute. And if it did actually fit, like it was a little bit lower and that seam was in the proper place, it would be such a perfect piece. I don't know how well these two pieces go together, but in my head, it made sense, and I think I like it. I like these two pieces together. I'm just saying it. I think they look good. Anyway, the top, super great. It is such an easy piece that I can wear all year round in my climate. I like the pattern, the lettuce hem, like I already mentioned. The skirt, super cute. It fits high rise on me. I love the pattern, the color. It's gorgeous. It's such a nice silk as well. Like it feels very luxurious. This top totally feels like something Willow would have worn when she started getting into witchcraft, and especially when her and Tara started dating. Like this feels like something Tara would have worn, but potentially Willow would have stolen. Like it has the tie-dye, it also has a lace bottom, and then with the sequins, like there is so much going on with this top, but it doesn't feel too overwhelming. Like it seems pretty simple, but it's also doing a lot as well. And I love the sequins on the top. It fits me super well. I love the material. It's almost like this ribbed, but not knit, kind of like a stretchy ribbed material, and it's perfect. The purple velvet top goes so well with the purple in the skirt. It is slightly loose on the chest part. The lace that it has is just a little stretched out. It is a medium, and again, with chest stuff, especially V-necks, it can be very hit or miss, especially because it fits me everywhere else. It's just that lace part that's kind of flapping a little bit. I tried to tighten the straps that way, at least when it's flapping, my like boob isn't flying out. But overall, it looks so cute, and I love this purple color. I really love this pairing together. I was a little scared at first that it was gonna give Christmas because of the red and green, but it's kind of giving poison ivy, and I'm into it. The skirt fits me super well, nice and low rise, very flowy. It has this really nice slit in the front as well, just the one slit. The top I'm so sad about because it's so beautiful, but it's too wide in the armpits just for my chest. And also where the seam is very similar to the black top, it's hitting right at like half of my boob. If it had adjustable straps, I could just adjust that and it would be totally fine. But it's, yeah, hitting half of my boob, and then also the width of the armpits are too wide, but the idea of it, very cute, very perfect, again, to what I was looking for. This coat is so beautiful. I love the length of it. I love the color. Again, it's warm but not overheating for my climate. The fuzz trim, very fun as well. Yeah. Thumbs up. The silhouette of this dress is so dreamy. Like the neckline is everything. I may have to put boob tape on the strap just because my shoulders aren't wide enough and my right one keeps falling. But if I have really good posture, I think it'll stay. I love the velvet. The way that it fits my actual body is so fantastic. This with a red lip, black tights, knee-high boots. Yeah. And then like some sort of necklace and boob tape, as you can see. Alrighty, that was everything Kendall had thrifted for me, tried on. I realized that there were a lot of long sleeves included, which I'm really happy about because that is something I have such a hard time thrifting, specifically long sleeves that I like. And with the vibe of the long sleeves that she had thrifted for me, they're very rare to come by. And so now having them, I'm gonna be good for the winter season because it does get chilly sometimes. And I do need more long sleeves. I have so many tank tops, so many short sleeves. So that's obviously the pro of having somebody else thrift for you, especially in a different state that has a different climate. And with the timing that she was thrifting for me, I'm sure that there was more actually fall winter stuff in her thrift stores and consignment shops than mine. I had so much fun. Like, thrifting for somebody else, it can be stressful because you're like overthinking, like, oh no, like, is this one gonna fit? Is it cute enough? Is it actually really ugly? Are they going to hate everything that I'm thrifting for them? But in the end, it's always such a blast, and I'm really excited to now see Kendall unbox and see what she thinks about the things that I thrifted for her. I purposely didn't show everything that I thrifted for her. That way it'll be a surprise when you watch her video. Yeah, okay. I think that's it. I had so much fun putting this together. I hope you enjoyed, and it was interesting watching the thrifting secondhand shopping process, all the different places that I went to. If you do like thrifting and secondhand fashion, then make sure to subscribe right down below, and also follow me on Instagram, which is alexsunshine83. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!